Hey, good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. So today we are going to be cooking up some bacon, but we're going to do it a little bit differently, and I kind of wanted to show you guys how I do it. Um, if you're going to cook in a frying pan on top of your stove, you're going to get, minimal amount of slices. I'm not going to lie, I tend to like to pick as I'm cooking bacon. It's right there in front of me. I'm tossing, I throw it on a paper towel, dries off, and then I want to eat it. Seems like I'm eating it as quick as I'm cooking it. So what I like to do is cook it in the oven. It's super easy to do. I'm going to show you guys how to do it today. Now the two types of bacon that I have, I have your regular sliced bacon, which you're going to get nice clean strips. And then I also like to buy this right here. This is a 3-pound pack. It's a cheaper pack of bacon. It's basically ends and pieces. You'll get different stuff in here. Sometimes it might be a little chunkier. It's not nice clean strips. It's more for if you're going to do like a recipe with the bacon. Say you need bacon bits for salad, say you need bacon bits for baked potatoes, just different stuff. But if you want nice clean strips just for a good looking plate, then I'd recommend the strips. One thing I do look for when I buy my packs like this, I look for one that it looks like there's a lot more meat. You can tell by that, the coloring. If you see a lot more of the reddish tint, that's going to be a lot more of the meat. If you see a lot more of the white, that's going to be more of the fat. You're going to get fat on both types. A lot of it's going to cook down, but I'm going to cook this 3-pound pack today in the oven, and I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Now, one of the reasons, too, I like buying this instead of buying this and just cutting it up into bacon bits. Price, this is $3.99 a pound. Almost $4. This right here is $7.99 for a 3-pound pack. So essentially I'm getting a third more for free for the same price. So depending on what you're using it for, this works good. Sometimes this might work better. So let's get this started. The first thing you're going to want to do, you're just going to get yourself a regular cookie sheet. And I like to put aluminum foil over it. As you can see, just going to speed up the time. I'm going to open up the 3-pound pack. I'm going to spread it out all over this, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this is what it looks like once it's on the cookie sheet. Now, I put it directly on the cookie sheet on the aluminum foil. Some people would like to put a, almost like a little cage down first, a little grill type, just to keep it off the fat. As the fat will render, it'll cook down, the grease will drip into the pan, and then essentially they'll have nice crispier bacon. If you do want your bacon really crisp, you can do that. I don't do that. I just leave it in a little longer. I do periodically drain my grease. Now, for some people that are saying, well, you probably have more fat. The reason I don't mind this, your fat, depending on how you are with cooking, I am one of these people that use pretty much everything. My fat I'll end up doing in some baked beans. My grease I'll end up separating the cleaner portion. As you put your grease in a cup and it hardens, my top layer of grease where it's like a cleaner, I'll end up saving that for cooking. You can cook eggs in it. You can use it to make gravy, and it gives recipes that you're cooking a nice bacon flavor. So we're going to put this in the oven. I've got my oven already preheated at 400. We're going to get this started, and I will show you guys some of the process. Okay, so now that the bacon's in the oven, what I like to do is get my plate ready. I also like to have some paper towels. That way I can kind of get a lot of the grease out of the bacon after it's finished cooking. And I like to have a nice glass ready to go. That way I can pour all my bacon grease in the glass. You don't want to ever pour the bacon grease down the drain. A lot of people I've seen do this. It doesn't take long before they're going to have some pipe problems. Over time it builds up. It's going to clog their pipes and stuff. So pour it in a glass. If you don't want it, you can throw it away. I love it. I'm going to show you guys in some future recipes what I like to use it for, how I separate it out. But for now, I'm just going to be pouring it in a cup and have it ready. As you can see, that is starting to look good. I'm going to take a quick minute and I am going to drain out the grease into my cup and shuffle the bacon up a little bit. The more grease you take out, the crispier it will get when you cook it. So it'll just kind of make it a little crispier and a little more healthier. And I'll show you guys the process in a bit. Wow, it is looking good. My house is starting to smell like bacon all through it. Just opened up the oven. Figured I'd show you guys how it was looking. You're going to see a lot of fat. But like I said before, if you use your fat for beans, that type of stuff, you ain't losing any money. One thing, if you would, take a quick minute, hit that subscribe button just below the title. And hit that bell for notifications that's right next to it. That will let you see all my upcoming videos. It will just shoot a little message to your phone. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this practice. I like to hear people's opinions on stuff. That's what really keeps me going. So, okay, so I just pulled it out of the oven. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate out the good stuff and the fat, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So this is what we got so far, separated out as cooked and looking good, nice and crispy. And we'll take a look at the pan. There's still a bunch more on the pan. I'm going to put it back in there. I wanted to get some of the already cooked pieces. That way it don't burn or overdo it. So let's take a look at the pan. There's not a whole lot more bacon in here, but there's still some. We're going to cook this down a little bit more, and we're going to show you guys what it gets down to. It's going to be super easy to clean this up because all we got to do is throw away the aluminum pan and then clean off the actual pan. It's not going to be real scrubbing and grease and everything. So let's put it back in. I'm going to pull it back out of the oven now. Pretty much everything I'm going to get out of it is cooked out. I'm actually surprised how much more we got. I just kind of shuffled it up a little bit to look at it. There's actually quite a bit more there, so let's pull it out and take a look. And I'm actually going to weigh it and see how much bacon we actually got. Okay, so I pulled all the bacon. As you can see, look how easy this is going to be for cleanup. Bam. I'll just end up cleaning that off, and I mean, there's no scrubbing really. Let's take a look how much bacon we got, though. Now, just the bacon that you see on top, this top section, the paper towels, this is all the stuff that I just pulled after I thought. This is going to be a little bit more of the fattier stuff, but you know, it's still good. I was just actually snacking on a few pieces. I should have waited, that way I could get a good weigh out. I only had 2 little pieces though, but I'm pretty excited to get digging in some of this. So let's get it in a bag and weighed up, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so we got a good amount of bacon out of that, but I just weighed it. I was a little more disappointed than I thought I would be, but let's take a look together and see what we got. Now, all the paper towels been taken out except for one at the very bottom. We're looking at 1 pound, 2.4 ounces. Now, one of the things that I was just doing out of curiosity, I was curious how much grease, because that actually seemed like I lost more than I thought I did. So what I'm doing is I put a jar, just a regular pickle jar on here, just to find out the weight of that. And that's going to give me the negative, so it will minus the jar here. And then 14.4 ounces of basically bacon grease. So there's a lot of grease in there. I'm going to leave it to you guys to decide if that's worth it. I don't know what an acceptable amount is of cook-off, but something, you know, you guys can consider. I like buying them like this. I feel like I'm getting more bacon, but what I might do in a future video is actually do up a 1 pound pack and see what it comes out to. I'm curious how much bacon you get from a 1 pound pack, and then I'll be able to make my decision on what I think. So I hope to see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Please make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button. We're looking forward to hearing your comments. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. I guess I know what we're having for dinner. It's going to be some BLTs tonight. So, well, hope to see you guys again. Take care, guys.